365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power 365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Good morning and welcome to yet another interesting edition of Newspaper Review on Power 365 FM, your #1 online radio. Wherever I may be listening to the sound of my voice, please do well to follow us on all our social media and do, as we are live presently on Facebook at Power FM Live, on YouTube at Power 365 FM, and on TikTok for the TikTok lovers at Power 365 Online Radio is where to watch us and listen to us live and direct. Okay, first and foremost, we run through the headlines before we go to the news and details. This morning I have with me the Punch News this morning. Edo governor election mad with disregard for rule of law. That's coming from Obaseki. And also, I'm able to cite the first LP crisis, Abure faction rules out sanction for Obi. 280 million assets recovered from drug peddlers in August. That's coming from NDLA. Okay, and on politics this morning, also Kogi women protesters accuse the FCC of prosecuting Yaya Bello, and also APC swipes Himo local government election. Still to come is a lot of, okay, let me pick this also. Edo decides 2024 PDP governor backs Finitiri, insists Idahalo won. Okay, and also PDP member protects results of Kwara local government poll. Still to come is more stories to your hearing. Please stay tuned, as I'll be right back to bring you more interesting stories on Newspaper Review on Power 365 FM. Welcome back from that short commercial break. My name is Abida Miracle Damle. Let's dive into the news in details this morning. Kogi Women Protects accuse EFCC of prosecuting Yaya Bello. A huge crowd of women in Kogi State took to the streets on Sunday yesterday to protest what they described as the prosecution of a former governor of the state, Yaya Bello, by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission. They called on President Bola Tinubu to caution the FCC, insisting that the former governor had done more than any governor of the state for people since its creation. The women, led by various community leaders and party faithful, converged on the state capital, Lokoja, to condemn what they also described as a witch hunt by the EFCC. They call on the president to urgently intervene in the matter by directing the FCC to allow the courts to do their jobs. They urge that the actions of the FCC on Wednesday, it was clear that the agency allegations against Bello was politically motivated and aimed at tarnishing his reputation, adding that they would not fold their hands and watch him lose his life. We stand with our leader, Yaya Bello. In this trying time, we believe he has been targeted unfairly and we demand justice. We want to watch him lose his life. One of the protesters, identified as Ajia Alima Abbas said the FCC should focus on genuine case of corruption, not political vendetta. Another protester who simply identified herself as Mrs. Boluaji added the various women group leaders who spoke in their local dialect Igala Ebira, Yoruba and others urged the FCC to be professional in its handling of the case against the state leader Alhaji Yaya Bello. You can pick up a copy of the Punch newspaper and read further details on that as Kogi Human Protest accused the FCC of prosecuting Yaya Bello. APC sweeps Imo local government election. The ruling All Progressive Congress has won all the 305 councillorship seats and 27 chairmanship positions in the Imo State local government election held on Saturday. Announcing the result at Imo State Independent Electoral Commission office on Sunday, the chairman of ISEC, Charles Ijogu, said the election was followed the laid down guidelines and procedures. We gave room for robust participation with critical stakeholders and all to Adamawa State Governor Amadu Finiteri, who stated that the PDP candidate Dr. Azue Idahalo clearly won the state governorship election. On Sunday, Finiteri stated that the Independent National Electoral Commission should be held accountable for violating the Electoral Act. The candidate of the All Progressive Congress, Senator Monday Ikpeholo, is currently ahead in the result collation for the ongoing governorship election in the state. He is followed by the PDP candidate Idahalo. In a statement on Sunday, the National Publicity Secretary Debo Ologunagba responded by explaining that Finiteri presented result from the polling units showing Idahalo in a clear lead. Ologunagba claimed that this was before the state collation exercise being taken over the APC, which were allegedly conspired with some dishonest INEC and security officers to alter and replace the authentic result with falsified figures favoring the defeated APC candidate. The statement read, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, stands by the result of the Edo State governorship election as governed by its polling agent across the state and echoed by the chairman of the Edo PDP National Campaign Council, Governor Amadu Finiteri of the Adamawa State, which indicate that the PDP candidate Dr. Asui Dahalo clearly won the election. You can pick up a copy of the Punch newspaper and read further details on that as Edo decides 2024. PDP Governor backs Finiteri insists Idahalo won. Still on politics this morning, PDP protects results of Kwara local government pool. A man was reportedly beaten in Ilorin, the Kwara state capital, on Sunday during a protest against the result of Saturday's local government election by members of the state chapter of the People's Democratic Party. The man, identified as Ibrahim Suberu, who said that he is a civil servant in the state, mercilessly near the Kwara State Independent Electoral Commission office, Fate Road, Ilorin, by the Hirata crowd who pulled him down from his motorcycle. The PDP members, as early as 8 a.m. on Sunday, started a protest against the results of the local government election, releasing the early hours of Sunday by Kwasek. The Kwasek chairman Mohamed Baba Okonla, in a statement made available to the press on Sunday morning, said the APC won the chairmanship and councillorship election in the 16 local government areas and 103 wards of the state, respectively. Then the protest bonfire was made at strategic location on Fate Road before the march onto Zango Maraba with different description condemning the election result declared by Kwasek. Speaking with a correspondent, the victim said that it was coming out of a shopping mall where he went to buy something for his children on his motorcycle when he ran into the mob. I was mercilessly beaten, and they were looking for used tires and wanted to bomb me, but I managed to run and escape to the Kwasek office where the security man protected me. The mob attempted them to chase me and forced themselves into the Kwasek headquarters, but the security operative locked the gate against them and prevented them from entering the premises, Siberu further narrated. Also, at a press conference addressed by our local government, PDP chairmanship and councillorship candidates, they kicked against the result can place in the Asian city. Can pick up a copy of the Punch newspaper and read further details on that as PDP member protests the result of Kwara local government polls. Al Okpebolo navigated the Pompey Road at Osadeba House. The Independent National Electoral Commission held on highly anticipated governorship election in Edo State on Saturday in the lead-up to the election. The atmosphere was charged with tension and largely due to the heated exchange and threats exchange between the competing political parties to ensure a smooth electoral process. More than 43,000 policemen along the various other security personnel were deployed across the state by Friday. Despite the palpable anxiety and the potential for unrest, the election unfolded with relative peace. Voters participated in the process, demonstrating their civil duty amid concerns about political antics and interference. While the election was not entirely free from the unusual maneuvering characteristics of political contest, it proceeded without the widespread violence that had feared. At the end of the exercise, the candidate of the Progressive Congress, Monday Babalo, pulled 291,667 votes to defeat his closest rival, and the PDP candidate, Azue Dahalo, who gained 274 votes. The judge paused the Labour Party, who did not spring the much expected surprise at its candidate Olumide Akpata managed to get scanty 22,763 votes. Can pick up a copy of the Punch apparently for the details on that, on how Ikpebele navigated the Pompey Road to Saturday House. And finally, on newspaper review this morning, Edo governor election marred with disregard for rule of law, coming from Obaseki. The governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has stated that the governorship election was marred with disregard for process and the rule of law. Independent National Electoral Commission on Sunday declared Senator Monday Ekweholo of All Progressive Congress as the winner of the keenly contested election. Okedolo pulled 291,667 votes to defeat Azwe Indahalo of the People's Democratic Party, who secured 247,274 votes, and Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party, who came a distant third with 22,761 votes. In a statement broadcast on Sunday night, Obaseki appealed to residents to remain calm over the election outcome and not to resort to violence and destruction of properties. The governor also urged aggrieved persons to explore legal options to express their action, noting the peace and justice we always win over violence. That's coming from Obaseki as a government election man with disregard for the rule of law. Once again, before we leave this morning, let's run through the headlines once again. Governor Obaseki man with disregard for Edo governor election man with disregard for rule of law, coming from Obaseki. CNG saves 70% in vehicle maintenance. Shatima arrives New York for 79 UNGA. Rivers APC to sanction pro-Wike. Lawmakers for denying defection. China urges citizens in Israel to leave. PDP crisis Atiku backs anti-Damagum NWC. LP crisis Abure fractions rules out sanctions for Obi. Israeli army tells Lebanon's to leave Azebolo's target area. 280 million assets recovered from drug peddlers in August, coming from NDLE. Thank you so very much for joining us again on the first edition of Newspaper Review on Power 365 FM. Do want to join us tomorrow again when we have another productive and interesting edition tomorrow. Until then, my name is Abida for Miracle Oluwadamila. Have yourself a fantastic and productive day ahead.
Tune in for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism.